Hello you all, it's Sunday evening. I hope you're doing well. I will be taking you thrifting with me and showing you my haul at the end of this video, but I just wanted to take a few moments to address something that came up on my channel this weekend. So I was left a comment, which was not left in the most tactful way, but I think it's a valid question because even when someone says something in a way that you don't prefer, if you can kind of get through your pride and humble yourself a little bit and actually listen to what they're saying, sometimes you learn something, right? And I try to, even when I disagree with the way that someone says something, I try to listen to the intent of what they're saying, because I like to grow as a person, and I think that's one way that we do so. So what was said was basically, I don't understand the point of your thrifting videos. You don't tell a lot of information about the items that you show. You barely buy anything, and it's basically just a video of you looking at things. Okay, I think these are valid questions and points, so I want to address them. What is the purpose of my thrifting videos? Well, I have always been a thrifter. I've told you guys this in lives and, Q&A sessions. I have always been a thrifter. My mom raised me to be a thrifter. She would take me to Jersey Shore Animal Shelter thrift store, and then we would go to garage sales. And so once I was a teenager, I had friends who also liked to thrift. I got prom dresses at the thrift store. When I got married, I got so much of my stuff secondhand, picked stuff up to furnish our apartment at yard sales and at thrift stores and from other people. So that's just my lifestyle. That has always been my lifestyle. So when I started watching YouTube, I found that there were other ladies and men who like to thrift. And so it became very entertaining for me to watch what they got at thrift stores. I didn't ever really find the thrift with me's, maybe not until I saw Nesting Haven. That was probably the first thrift with me videos that I ever saw. But I would come onto YouTube and I would watch Old World Home and Robin Johnson and Jamie from Border Bananas. I think those were the main ones that I watched at first. And so when I decided to have it, I was like, well, I do what they do. I love to go thrifting, and it's fun to see what other people get. So that's why I started my channel. And I threw in there some other lifestyle content because I, saw it, but pretty quickly it became a thrifting channel because that's the easiest thing for me to do because I do it anyway. There's no effort in going thrifting for me because it's my hobby. And so it's something I do weekly, seriously, weekly. Multiple times a week sometimes when it's not COVID. So my YouTube channel is just about sharing my thrifting adventures with my friends. That's how I see it. And sometimes I buy stuff. Sometimes I find a lot of stuff. If I'm working on a certain room or I want to redecorate, sometimes I'm looking for really specific things. Sometimes I just go to see what's there. And if I find something great, I pick it up. And if I don't, I don't. And as far as reselling, I have always dabbled in reselling. I have been on eBay since 2001, I think it was. Reselling has always been something just I dabbled in. If I found something interesting, I would sell it. Or if my kids outgrew clothes, I would sell it and I'd buy new stuff for them off of eBay. And so that is all it's ever been. I have never come onto YouTube and said, I am a reseller. I'm going to teach you about reselling. That has never been my purpose. Mostly because I don't know a lot about a lot of things. I know a lot about the things that I like. That's about it. And we all know, and I'm not going to name specific channels, there are tons of resellers on YouTube who know so much because I watch them. That's if I'm like, oh, I want to learn about uranium glass. There are certain channels I will go to. I'm not going to name them because once you start a list, then you insult the people that you don't name. And I'm not here to insult any channels. There's a ton of reseller channels from which you can get information. But that has never been my purpose. I've never stated that as my purpose. My videos are never going to be the ones that you tune into and I'm going to take you to the thrift store and I'm going to tell you about every object I pick up. Because most of the objects I pick up, I don't know about. I mean, I learn more. I learn more from you all than I often know about the things I'm picking up. And I love to learn. I love to learn. You guys tell me things in the comments. I retain that information. But I'm not here to put out tons of information and to be an expert. I come to YouTube and I listen to the experts. And then I go thrifting and I'm like, oh, I saw that on so-and-so's channel. Now I know about that. But that's all. That is all. So that's all I wanted to say, is that I understand that you might watch my videos and you're not going to get from it what you might get from other thrifting channels. And I'm okay with that, because you can go to those other channels to get that. From my videos, you're just going to go to some thrift stores around the Twin Cities and maybe see a new place and see some cool stuff and then see what I buy. And maybe I'll sell some of it, and maybe I'll show you where I use it in my home. And that's about it. So, and a lot of people like that. A lot of people like that. And I'm happy that a lot of you like that, because that's what I'm here to give you. With all that being said, I so appreciate all of you. I read all of my comments, even if I don't get to respond to all of them. I read them all. I appreciate them all, mostly. And even the ones that are worded in a way that I might have worded differently, I do read them and I try to absorb and be humble and learn from you. So, okay, so let's go thrifting. On this adventure, I went to a Goodwill. I can't remember which one. Oh, this one was in Bloomington, Minnesota. It's a city just south of Minneapolis. And then at the end of the video, I'll show you my haul. Here we go. Hannah and I are at the Goodwill in Bloomington. This is one of my favorite Goodwills. So we will go in and see what we find.
These candlesticks caught my eye. They were a little high at $3.99, but I thought they were really different and pretty. And the fact that there was 2 of them is always a plus, because you don't always find 2 at the Goodwill. And here is another of the fireplace candle holders that I'm looking for, but the legs on this one kind of made me think of a bug. And I was asked to slow down in my filming. I will try to do that, but I am a few weeks ahead in my filming, so you may not see a switch for a little bit. I was considering this piece for my shop because I have heard that pottery sells well at the Pink Elephant, but it wound up having a chip on the bottom. And here was another super cute apple clock. Why do I keep finding apple clocks? This is the second one recently. This one was like $6.99 though, and the other one I saw was 99 cents. I thought these were neat, but I have no idea what they're for. I couldn't figure out, like, do they hold a knife on a table? I don't know. I have no idea. Do you guys have any idea? I loved this little box. I wasn't sure what I would do with it, and they wanted, I think, $6 on it, which seemed like kind of a lot, but I did think it was really cool. And I thought this wooden box was really nice. I think maybe it was for recipes. If you remember a few weeks back, I bought a utensil holder, which I'm actually using in my kitchen. That looks really similar, but I don't use recipe cards anymore, so that's why I left that. And the furniture section in this store was largely empty, which was kind of disappointing. It's not usually like that. This was the only interesting thing I saw, was this little dresser. Super useful, but I couldn't think of where I would use it. I really liked this chalkboard, but we don't really have a command center in our house. I was trying to show you the price. I couldn't. It was $19.99, which was very high. I could probably make something like that, but it's a neat idea if I had a command center. Here's my thrifter's regret for the day. I really should have picked up this mirror. I didn't love the top of it. That's a very colonial, cut there, but I think I should have picked it up anyway. Mirrors that size are pretty useful in the home, and I could have painted the frame, done something to make it a little bit better. These frames caught my eye for my own home, and they were only $1.99 a piece, which was a great price. If you like thrifting videos, I try to put up at least one a week, usually two, and I would love for you to subscribe here to my channel. This tablecloth caught my eye because it looked like vintage Christmas. It didn't have the same feeling as vintage Christmas, so I almost think it might be a reproduction, but it was really pretty and in very good shape at a decent price. This is one thing I learned about from all of you, and now I saw it again and recognized it. It's an egg coddler, which we don't really use here where I live, but apparently they're a big thing in England for, I think, soft-boiled eggs. And I have sold some before, but usually they're more ornate with like the little bird on it or a little bird print. So that's why I was looking at that. And I didn't notice till the replay, but do you see that set there with lots of little lids? Are those all egg coddlers? I didn't get great footage because I didn't notice them when I was there, but I wonder if that's what those were. I have sold these Pfaltzgraff Heritage salt shakers before. They sell well for me on Etsy. But right now I'm just focusing on my little shop. And if I get back to Etsy, I'll start picking up the vintage Pfaltzgraff again. I loved this salt shaker. If there had been the salt shaker as well as the pepper, I probably would have picked them up. I just thought they were really cute. Of course, the cardinal calendar on the bird food definitely caught my eye. I thought it was adorable. It's made by Marjolaine Baston Designs, which I always like. Okay, I saw these. I know these are Homeco and they usually come in a set of 3. So that's why I was like, I really want the 3. I should have picked up the 2. I could put them in my little vintage scale, one on each side. I don't know what I was thinking. And I did see the Homeco deer, but it wasn't my favorite. So I left the little Homeco deer. And the last thing I wanted to show you was this little Thun. I don't know if that's how you say it, angel. These do have a resale market. Some are rarer than others. This isn't a particularly rare one. And I didn't feel like holding on to it till like Christmas, so.
Okay, so I hope it was fun going with me to the Goodwill. I'm going to show you my haul. I didn't get a huge haul, but it's a good one. I really like what I got. I'll start with this. I just can't bear to leave a quilt behind if it's a good price. And this was only $2.99. Oh, is it upside down? It might be upside down. But it basically has like horse patterns in it and then all like blues and tans. See the horses? I just thought this was so cool, and it's definitely like handmade, or you know, machine made, but like made at home kind of thing. Here's the back of it, and that will enable you to really see. The quilting is gorgeous, the pattern. I just think it's so pretty. And I love the fabric on the back. So I don't really know what I'll do with this, or maybe I'll give it as a gift, or I don't really know. I just couldn't bear the thought of like this being in the bins. Oh my gosh. And for $2.99, you know, it's easy enough to put somewhere and store it until I figure out a use for it. Yeah, or maybe I'll put it in my shop, and then if it doesn't sell, it's kind of like stored in my shop, you know? I am going to make a video of my little antique space. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, and it wasn't quite like where I wanted it to be yet, but it's getting there, so probably sometime in February I'll do that. Okay, that's my latest dabbling in reselling. Something I've always wanted to try, you know, because I like stuff and I love vintage shops, so, and the opportunity came up. So let's see what else. Okay, so I also got these. Oh man, these are so nice. This was one of the first things I saw, and I'm sorry that the footage of these wasn't very good. It's just that like I saw them as soon as I went in. But it's these 2 mirrors, and I'm trying not to like blind you with the light that I have. I don't want to reflect the light back at you. But they are very heavy metal. They feel like iron or something. And they were $4.99 a piece. I'm thinking of possibly putting them here in my bedroom. So right behind me is my bed. This is my Yoda. And above my bed, I have a window from my friend's house in South Minneapolis. Love it. I love old window frames. And on that window is like a, what is it? Boxwood. Oh, wow. A boxwood wreath. And then I thought maybe it would be nice with a mirror on each side. So I'm thinking of doing that. I haven't really decided yet, but these are definitely staying in my home, going on the wall somewhere. Okay, then I also got this. They only had one, which is a bummer, but I just pick up stuff like this. This was only 99 cents. That's the only reason I picked it up. It's great to have in my DIY stash, so I use stuff like this for my DIYs. So that's what that was for. I got these. So these, I love these, but I would like your opinion. So I love the gold. I know that's not everyone's thing, but you know, I think I'm gonna actually like put a little antique wax on it to make it a little darker, just to mute it down a little bit. But I do like that element of it, but the frames are like a sage, which I love the color sage, but it just is not what I have in my home right now. And these are probably going to go in this room, and I tend towards like greens that are like more of a blue green rather than this like sagey green. Anyway, so my question is, what do you think I should do? Should I leave this and just like, you know, because it is pretty, it's a nice finish, or should I paint it like a different shade of green, or should I paint it like a neutral, you know, white? I don't know. What do you think? I'm thinking of printing out, getting some printables online of like a single rose, you know, that looks maybe like a garden book sketch kind of thing. That's what I'm thinking of framing in here, because that's what I do in my room, is like flowers and birds and just kind of natural elements, greenery. So that's what I'm thinking of putting in the frame. So what do you think I should do to the parts of the frame that are green? You can let me know. I love getting ideas from you all. You help me out a lot of times solve problems in my head. So, okay, then I got these to put in my little antique space, and they're Homeco. I think they're really cute. I'm wondering, Homeco usually does sets of 3, so I was thinking, I'm like, is there another one? I was looking, I did not see another one, but I feel like there probably was another one, just knowing what I know about Homeco. But I think they're really cute. Oh, these aren't Homeco. They're Burwood. Now, was Homeco Burwood before it was Homeco? I don't know, but they are Burwood, and I just think they're really cute. Just little reproduction prints. I don't do like the blues and the reds. Those bright colors are not my colors, but I do think they're neat, and I think they would look nice in someone's home. So they're probably from the 80s would be my guess. There is no copyright on them. Sometimes there is, but not on these. And did I say this? These were $1.99 a piece. Anyway, okay, and the last thing. Oh my gosh, I love the last thing so much. Let me take the tape off of it. I got this to put in my little crafting area. It's like one of those perpetual calendars with okay, so I am enjoying the birds so much this winter. I had one feeder in front of my window in the family room upstairs, which you might have seen in my Instagram story. And now I have a suet feeder up there. Am I saying that right? I don't even know. And then now I just put another bird feeder. So I'm just really enjoying feeding the birds. So when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have that. Brilliant. I am brilliant. Just totally dumped it everywhere. Anyway, well, now you can see all the pieces. It comes with all the months and the 2 little things that have the numbers so that you can change the date. And let's go ahead and change it. So, and I love cardinals, and I love the fact that he's on a bird feeder because I feel like it's speaking to me. Okay, so see, it stores all the other months, which is really convenient. February, I don't even know what day it is. Technically it's Saturday. But by the time you see this, it'll be Sunday, 5th, 6th, 7th, the 7th. We'll do it for Sunday's date. So when you watch this, you're not getting confused on the date. February 7th. Isn't that just so cute? So anyway, yes, it was $2.99. I don't know if I said that before I dumped all of the things out. And that, I think that's all that I had for you. All right, so thanks for chatting with me. Thanks for coming thrifting with me. I hope you enjoyed my thrift haul, and I will have another video for you soon. And until then, please take care of yourselves, be safe, and try to stay positive. We're getting through this together, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.